how to execute a C program. For that you require compiler, C++ compiler. So we have Turbo C++ compiler which supports Windows XP, Windows 7 or 8. Double click this icon and you will get a screen. In this is nothing but the window where you write the program, and here you can see you can't minimize the window directly. You have to say Alt plus enter to minimize the window. Then to maximize the window we can say again Alt plus enter, because if you see this icon, like say here, it can maximize directly, right? So again to maximize you can say Alt plus enter. Okay, to maximize or minimize you have to say Alt plus enter. Fine. Now if you want to open a new new file, and say if you want to save a file, F2, open it, nothing but F3. Now after writing this program, if you want to compile Alt plus F9, and if you say run, Control plus F9. Now to maximize the screen you can say F5. What is the program you're writing? You're writing the .c program, right? C language. So its CPP means C++. So every time you have to save the program as .c. So file, save it as, what is the program you are going to write? Some .c. Fine. Now what is the program regarding? First we have to write the header files, hash include stdio.h. So what is stdio.h? You can say standard input output header file, right? Next, hash include conio.h. So conio is nothing but console input output. To use the functions clr, str, get, ch, and to use the functions printf and scanf, you are having standard input output header file. Now after this, what you can say, void main. So main is the start of program execution. We have declaring int a comma b comma c, 3 variables for addition, 2 for input and 1 for output. clr str to clear the screen, and we are writing the input function scanf %d, close the double quotes, comma, ampersand a comma ampersand b. So what is ampersand? Nothing but address or location of the variable. Then c equals to a plus b, nothing but you can say expression, right? Now we have a value in C. I have to display that value, like say sum equals to %d, or you can say addition of two variables, addition of two numbers. Okay, so that is %d, close the double quotes, comma, right? And what's the variable name? C. Now get ch, in that get ch, close it. Fine. So if you want to compile, so Alt plus F9 to compile. Fine. Yeah, fine. Alt F9 is nothing but it will compile the errors and warnings. Fine. So there are no errors and no warnings. Now how to run is nothing but Control plus F9. So you got a screen. This is the console where you will see the output, but it's a blank screen. You can't understand anything what is happening, but we know what is the program we have written. We have written a program for addition. We have to give two values, say 10 and 20, and it will say addition of two numbers is 30. right? So you are getting the output, but if the same program, if any other person is executing, can he understand what he has to do? In such situation, we have to write a program in such a manner that every person should understand the output. For that reason, I want to display a message. The message will be like, say, what I am doing here, how many values I am entering. 10 and 20 are two values, right? So enter two values. Before the scanf we have to write, because the input, before the input I am writing a message. For the writing the message, we have a function known as printf. So enter a comma b values, and this is not for the compiler purpose, this is for the user understanding purpose we are writing, because without writing this also we got the output. So alt F9, no warnings, control F9 to run the program. Now you got a message saying enter a comma b values, so everyone can understand what he has to do. So you say 10, 20, then the same output, addition of two numbers will be 30. So this is what output of a program. Now why we required CLR/SCR? Suppose if I am not using the CLR/SCR, what will happen? Say alt F9 to compile and control F9 to run the program. Now yes, so the output, the previous output is displayed as it is. Again 4 and 5, 9. If I compile again, the previous output is getting showed, right? So 9 and 8 also will be 17. Fine. So if you give the CLR/SCR, the previous screen is getting cleared. Now why we required getch? To get the characters we said. So if I say remove this getch and run it, you're getting the screen 10, 20 you're doing, but you're not getting the output, because getch we have written which gets the characters from the printf to the screen. For that reason, we can use alt plus F5 to see the previous output. So without getch also we got this output, right? So that is nothing but alt plus F5. Now if you have getch, you don't have to use alt plus F5. Directly if you give the values also, you'll get the output. So this is getch, and in this way we write a program for Turbo C Windows.